right? So this project specs were to have a shopping cart that has an add and remove function, and yeah, that what specs for the for the shopping cart. So as you can see here, got quantities, then check out, then you can see my total there, and then press remove. Or yeah. So we first got a variable. So what we have here is we've got a for loop which takes our index, right, and makes sure that equal to 0. So we got our index. You got this, which actually we pretty much gets our index. This for our remove, but it's for our remove selection. Then this is the layout for our remove selection. And we've also got a function called remove selection that also has like an index argument within it. So within that index argument, what happens is you got a constant log which logs our index argument. Then you got an if statement. It says if quantities with an index argument is greater than 0, then quantities with an index argument equal to quantities with an index argument minus 1. And then totals index argument equals prices index argument times by quantities index argument. Then total order amount equals to, and subtract equals to prices with subtracting from the total order amount, or index arguments with the prices too. So quantities are pretty much of the number of items that you're pretty much selecting. Yeah, that's a quantity. Restoring that by pretty much we got a variable called quantities, right? And it's got placeholders along with an index. Then we've also got index arguments with index. We've got an array, right? Variable name. Then we got an array. Then then obviously we got the index argument for our quantities here. The argument for our index is here, the x. Yeah, here's the array from 0 to 3. So what line 20 says is quantities index argument is equal to quantities index argument minus 1. So obviously the function that we're dealing with is to remove a selection, right? So let's go to our front end. So the purpose is to make sure that we gonna remove from our quantities. So let's say, for example, for our code, we've got quantities of 3. Now we want our function to actually get executed. So you want to see what it actually does, our function. So on the execution on our front end is remove. As you can see there is remove. As you can see there, it was 3, but you press remove, now it's 2. So on the back end, I'll show you. So what it does is it takes the quantities index argument what you originally have, and then it gives us the same thing on the right side of our of our equator, but minus 1, moved by 1. No, so not equator, but on the right side of on the right side of what we're dealing with here on our code. Yeah, deducts one value from our index argument. Yeah. What line 21 is doing is taking our totals index argument and make sure that it equals to our prices index argument times by the quantities index arguments. That's what it's doing. So what it's doing is it's gonna take our prices and our quantity and times it by each other to get our totals, the total that you get here. So it's our price, which is 7.5, quantity 2 times it by each other, and then we get our total, which is here. That's what it's doing. What line 22 is doing, it's taking our total amount, order amount, and it's making sure that it's equal to prices index argument while simultaneously deducting a value from total order amount. Because our function is remove selection, that's what it's doing. It's what its total order amount, make sure that it's equal to prices. So the equal sign, what it does, it's making sure that our total order amount stays the same whilst deducting from it at the same time.